Hi, Prosperity Team. It's Dr. Money coming to you from the Prosperity Corner of the universe where silliness is sacred and nobody's perfect. I am your POP, your Professor of Prosperity, and I am here so that all of our lives can pop with prosperity. Well, the corner of the universe tonight is in our RV. We are living in our RV until our home gets built. Now, the good news is that I got a call from one of the builder's representatives, and they have started our house. They weren't supposed to start it until the middle of July, so I'm very happy that they have started our house. It's super, super cool. I want to talk to you about the difference between being worthy and deserving. A lot of times people say to me, like when I was in a car accident, they said, "You don't deserve this." Well, I don't really like the idea of deserving something or not deserving something. Somebody will work really hard and then they'll buy something and say, "Well, I deserve this because I worked hard." And I think that deserving is like a moral thing. Like if I'm good, I deserve something. If I'm bad, I don't deserve it. If I'm good, I deserve a reward. If I'm bad, I deserve to be punished. I like to think more of myself as being worthy. I am worthy of my good by the virtue of who I am, not by the virtue of what I've done. I am worthy. I'm a worthy person. And that worthiness qualifies me for a good life. And it's just an easy transition from the idea of deserving something to being worthy. So when bad things happen, you instead of saying you didn't deserve that, you could say you're worthy of good things happening in your lives. So I am worthy, you are worthy. That's our affirmation for today. I am worthy. Now, are we worthy to have a lot of stuff? Well, I wouldn't say that would be a good goal. This prosperity affirmations, the abundance affirmations, is about abundant living. It's not about getting more stuff. Now, we can have things and we all need things in our lives, but we don't need too many things. And often people get too many things. We don't need things that we can't afford. That puts us under more stress. Before we were born, can you imagine us saying something like, "Oh, I'm going to go down to earth and I'm going to get a bunch of stuff. I'm going to have a collection of 35 million mushrooms," or whatever it is, elephants, bells, whatever it is. "I'm going to have all these cars. I think I'll go down. My purpose in life is to really have all these cars." No, that would be ridiculous. Our purpose in life is something in our hearts. Our purpose in life is living with passion. It's connecting with other people. It's about being kind and generous and compassion. It's about accepting grace and living in this light of love. It's not really about collecting more stuff. It certainly isn't. Now, I'm not morally judging anybody for doing that, because the only reason we're doing that is because we have lost our way. When we lose our way, we do everything we can imagine to find our way. We numb out. We purchase over our feelings. We do all kinds of crazy stuff to try to find our way. And if we keep going, even if we're going the wrong way, I suggest that we'll loop back and we'll find our way. But when our lives are about acquisitions, we're lost. We're lost. Now, I want you to take a deep breath with me, if you will. And that is the breath of receiving. And as we exhale, let's exhale. And that is the breath of intention that all beings live a good and just and happy life. That all beings are happy, that all beings are safe, that all beings can passionately live out what their gifts are, and they can follow their own paths. Yes, it's better to think more for the good of others than for the good of ourselves, because when we think of the good for others, we bring it home to ourselves. We don't think good for others so that we can have good for ourselves, but it just happens because it's this circular thing that keeps giving. A good deed it isn't linear, it's circular. It doesn't just go into the air. A good deed circles back to us. It always does. And one more thing I want you to know for sure, and that is that I love you.